And welcome back to another video here with me, Marshall from Limited Resources. We're jumping into another Streets draft here. Jumping into the Streets, as it were. Unleash the Inferno. Powerful card, but really not where I want to be as far as picking colors and stuff. This pack is fine. I'm going to take a little bit of a turn here and take Broker's Hideout. Look, Broker's is definitely the best as far as the families goes. And I have a theory that I can just start forcing it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Civil Servant here and try to just see if I can jam Brokers through and see what we come up with. Oh my God, I got a third pick Discipline Duelist. And there's and there's as far as Adjudicators here too, whatever. Yeah. I guess if that's going to happen, it'll make my life a lot easier. All right, so there's Knockout Blow, which I actually think is a pretty good card. There's Attended Socialite, which I think is medium. Rafine Guidance you can play, but yeah, I think it's between Skybridge Towers and Knockout Blow, and I'll just take the Knockout Blow. Yikes. I guess I'm going to take a Buy or Silence here. I'm really not a fan of Halo Scarab, and it looks like everybody's kind of going in one of the two directions that I think are the best to go, which is either Maestros. Ooh, very nice. Either Maestros or... This isn't playable, right? No. Either Maestros or Brokers. And that's leaving the Riveteers and... primarily Riveteers and Cabaretti kind of left over as the not so much type stuff. Ooh, nice. I like Adjudicators a lot. I think I would probably play a Prize Fighter or a Lackey. You can play a Run Out of Town if you have to, but Adjudicators is kind of the perfect curve topper for a deck like this. What does Patch Up do again? Return up to 3 target creature cards with total mana value 3 or less. So you're trying to get a 2-drop or a 1-drop, 2-drop plus a 1-drop or a 3. Not a big Cabaretti Initiate fan. Dapper Shieldmate's just okay. I think it's between these two cards. Right now, I think I'll probably just take the Dapper Shieldmate. Admittedly, again, not a huge fan of it, but my fixing is actually coming around, and look at this, I wield the Botanical Plaza, so that's nice with double Civil Servant. Okay, so I can play Kaldia's Strong Arm on the Blitz tip, which is pretty strong, or I could just take Civic Gardener. I'm going to take Civic Gardener, actually. It combos well with Civil Servant, and... Ooh, hello. And I'm just looking to maximize on 2-drops here. I've already got 3 of them, so that's nice. I'll take Guidance. Do I want Run Out of Town? I'm going to take Run Out of Town. I'm going to put it in the board for now. I think I'm going to try to be green, white, splash blue, in which case Run Out of Town's very borderline. If I end up being heavier in blue, I'd probably play it. Fleetfoot Dancer, okay. Ooh, Fairy Vandal, I like that. Ballroom Brawlers. The Run Out of Town. Oh, there's a Jewel Thief as well. Okay, I like both Fairy Vandal and Jewel Thief better than Ballroom Brawlers, so it's between those two. This is kind of a color consideration in a weird way, because I think prefer to be green-white so I can maximize on Civil Servant action. Even though I think Fairy Vandal is like maybe slightly better than Jewel Thief, whatever. I'm going to take Jewel Thief. It's probably just a better card anyway, and it keeps me in the colors that I want to be in. All right, what do we got? Glittermonger, another Knockout Blow, Skycrier, and then blue cards I don't want to play. So it's, I guess I could take Speakeasy Server, but I don't like that as much either. So it's Skycrier or Knockout Blow. I've already got 8 creatures. I've already got a lot of 2-drops, but this is a good one. Actually, I only have 3 2-drops. I'll just take the Skycrier. I like Knockout Blow, but I don't love it. All right, Hold for Ransom's good. Pummeler's good. That's not the right thing. So I'll take Hold for Ransom. In aggressive curve out decks, this is, basically just a hard removal spell. All right, so I'm picking up another Civil Servant. So again, this is pushing us further towards being green-white. And then, cards like Disciplined Duelist and Spar's Adjudicator, sure. I mean, they're good cards. So we'll splash for them. But when possible, like in this case, I'm not willing to take Broker's Initiate over Expendable Lackey, so I'm just going to take the Lackey. But, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just take Cladia Strongarm or Caldia Strongarm. I haven't really quite figured out where I stand on this card. It does some powerful things, and if you blitz it, it can be a very kind of tempo positive, aggressive play, and I want those here. Also, I did take the Sky Crier, and so the Strong Arm, I'm just going to put it here, does get better as well. So yeah, I like that. All right, what do we got? A Courier's Briefcase, no. Obscure Charm, of course not. Of the blue cards, I could take Case the Joint, Make Disappear. I could take Riveteer's Overlook. Does this? Oh no, this only gets one color, so never mind. I couldn't take that. I'm going to take one of the blue cards. The Briefcase is pretty medium. Take Make Disappear. I'll put it on the board for now. Okay, another Adjudicators. Main deck Broken Wings, not so much. Psionic Snoop, definitely not. So I'll take another Adjudicators. I'm kind of maxed out. Like, I don't really need more of those, but... Okay, I guess I'll take Disdainful Stroke in case I end up being heavier in blue, but, it's not likely that happens. All right, Revelation of Power. I will actually just straight take that. That can be good with the curve out that we have, and we also have the ability to make 1 + 3 more lifelink creatures, and that way, cards like Revelation of Power, even if we don't get the flying and lifelink bonus naturally, if the card just has lifelink, it just gets that much better. Okay, nothing really left. I'll take Obscura Initiate and just put it in the board. Yeah, I'll take a Rocks Pummeler. I actually like Rocks Pummeler. I don't know if I want another 6 in here, but I might. With 3 Spar's Adjudicators. Oh, hello. Vivian on the Hunt. I haven't opened this yet. 6 mana. I forgot what it does, too. So, right, that's not that good. But mill 5 cards and putting our creature cards mill this way in your hand. But I just makes a bunch of beasts. Yeah, this thing's just great. Curious, these are those. I'm going to take it. I haven't played with it yet, and it's in my colors castable and seems really strong. Do you think I would win more? Like if you could do a time traveling supercomputer and play out 1 million matches from this point onward, if I took Civil Servant or Vivian on the Hunt, which one do you think would lead me to more wins on average? I don't know the answer to it, but it does interest me. Wow, this pack's weak for us. I could take Celebrity Fencer and replace like one of my Dapper Shield mates. Case the Joint. All right, I'll take the Fencer, I guess. Okay, Angelic Observer. Ooh, Rumor Gatherer. I do like that. Ooh, but there's Rafine's Informant, too. And I do actually have a decent number. These two are non, so I have 3. I only have 5 2-drops. I actually could use another. I'm probably just supposed to take the Informant. Feels conservative, but like this card's really strong. The only bad thing, well, maybe not bad. The only thing I wish it was is the Citizen, but I guess you can't have it all. Okay, here's Backup Agent. So another thing. Hey, there's Arcane Bombardment. How good is Backup Agent in this deck? It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it does things. Ooh, Take to the Streets? Okay. This gives us a good way to just win a game out of nowhere. Okay, another Civil Servant? Wow. We have 4 Civil Servants. That's pretty crazy. I guess I just take another Adjudicators here. I don't know that we'll run all 4. I guess I could just probably cut anything that costs more than that. Like I'm going to play Vivian, but I could cut the pummeler. Our fixing actually ended up just okay. The adjudicators are kind of an important piece of it, but you know, with a deck like this, it's not really what you want to be doing. Is you know, your turn 2, you want to be playing a Civil Servant, not getting as far as adjudicators. But again, we're only splashing blue. Like we have one blue card, right? I have some others in the board that I could put in the deck if I decide I need them. I might actually be in the market for like one more combat trick here, strangely, but okay, sure. Wow, okay, we wield the Observer. That's a citizen-specific payoff. That's actually going to make the cut, strangely enough. Even though we got this very, very late. Okay, unfortunately, the last few picks, Arena died, so I just have to start over, but no big deal. A little light on 3 somehow. That doesn't happen very often. So I need to cut 2 cards from this. This is a 19 creature deck currently. I think I can cut 1 as far as adjudicators. 3 is probably going to be good. This actually goes here. I think I can cut 1 Dapper Shieldmate, which is kind of mediocre anyway. Is that a citizen? No, of course not. Okay. So there's our deck. Do we want 3 islands? Also, do I want 17 lands? Probably. Yeah, I can curve into some nice stuff here. Do I want 3 islands in this deck? I have this as a blue source, and then these. Yeah, I probably need it. That gives me 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. So I have 8, 8, 4. But then these guys. All right. I'm glad I noticed this. When it first starts Arena, it puts it in a different spot. Normally, I actually just have my program OBS, pointed at the window. But I noticed on a couple of videos I've done recently that it would flicker just like once every, minute or something, and it was kind of driving me nuts. So I decided to fix it. But yeah, anyway. All right, Civil Servant into Gardener. And let's get off to that quick start. No blue mana for the Disciplined Duelist just yet, but things can happen. Oh, there's some. But yeah, let's do this. This kind of makes them have the same thing back and sort of initiates the race, I would say. I'm just going to play this next turn if left unchecked. So let's see if they have their own. Citizen. No? So what are you playing then? Jewel Thief, maybe? Lagrella. Okay, are you going to bounce your own Civil Servant? Okay. I will pass. It's close. An attack there, I think, is reasonable. I would just have to do some very strange stuff, and if they blocked, I would actually be pretty bummed. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to let them know I have 2 of these, but I'd be really upset with myself if I did it that way and then couldn't cast a spell at some point. Like, I guess I need to cast this Duelist before I cast this guy. Ominous Parcel. All right. 5 tap sack? That thing's brutal. Okay, so I can do this and this. But I think what I want to do is this and this. If that's the case, I guess I can attack here. It's really bad, to trade off Disciplined Duelist shield counters, but all right, not even going to get the counter off of there. This is some very powerful stuff. I mean, we got our own Disciplined Duelist, but Lagrella is very, very strong. So they're going to crack Parcel for a basic. That's a nice one. I guess I'll hold the Disciplined Duelist for ransom. That lets me attack with my own Duelist here. I don't anticipate blocks. Okay. So I get to trade off a shield counter for Lagrella, but they get kind of a bigger Lagrella back, but whatever. Or, sorry, bigger Civil Servant back, but whatever. Okay. It's been a bit of a slugfest. Neither of us have really been able to make a lot of headway. Freelance Muscle. Citizen? No. So this is just a 5/5. So I'll double block. I have to lose one of these creatures, but that's kind of their best threat right now. Ooh, that's a nice one. All right, well, let's just get in for like a massive hit here. I guess I'd rather have this tapped for the Civil Servant than have the Adjudicators tapped. I don't really know why, but... So down to 15, and then I can just fire this thing off next turn and just bash. I guess if they adjudicate one of my creatures, it makes that less appealing, but it's still a hell of an attack. Because I got citizen. Oh my god, I have all citizens. Holy. Did not realize that. Well, that makes that a lot easier of a play. So what are they going to brick wall here? The 4/4? Okay. Ooh, I got a pump spell. Okay, I think I'm just going to attack here. And just be patient. Because I'd rather cast this when I can do all the things, and the Revelation of Power can help me. Like, I can do it defensively here, for example. Okay. Ooh, this is good. I like this. They're down a blocker now. Ooh, another adjudicators. Think I'm just going to play Take to the Streets here. It's like the window's open right now, and it's such a massive attack. Can't quite get enough for Revelation here. You figure it out. Chump chump, I like that. It's also lethal, right? 15 damage. Yeah, they needed to have something there. Sweet. Wow, we just beat Lagrella and Disciplined Duelist. I mean, I think on par their deck was slightly better power level wise, but we curved out more and then had the overrun that put us over the top. That was nice though. Okay, this is a perfect hand. Close. It's not perfect, but it's dang close. We get to go Civil Servant into Disciplined Duelist, and if we draw a land in the first 4 turns of the game, we can blitz a Calladia Strong Arm or Caldaya Strong Arm, and then even if we draw another land, do that. It's just insanity. We are on the draw, which is unfortunate for this type of curve out, but it also gives us a better chance to do that, which is find a land so that we can do this whole curve out thing. Courier's Briefcase versus Civil Servant. I think I know where I stand. Oh my god, into Take the Streets? Is this real? A suspicious bookcase has arrived. I guess I can just gain some life here. So if they don't have an answer for the duelist here, like I'm going to put this thing into play and put the counters on the duelist and just smash. So far they're red-green, but this is a treasure, so it could be black, like they could have -3/-3 and kill the duelist, something like that. We'll see what they do here. If they pass the turn, I'll probably take a more conservative line with like the Observer instead of doing that. But if they tap down, I am smashing. And they don't have to be all the way tapped out. I just basically need to not have this thing be around. Because black mana is what they need. All right, that works. Let's race. Oh, just 8 damage. Oh, I was supposed to attack with this too. I mean, it didn't matter, but just so. All right, how do we look here? So we're on the play. Yeah, this is a keeper. If we draw a forest, I mean, it's just absurd. But even if we don't, we have plenty to do here. We got Rafine's Informant. We can adjudicate to get these civil servants down. Like, it's not the end of the world if we don't get to play them on 2. But if we draw a forest, oh, darn, we didn't. I was trying to make that happen. I don't know if you caught that, but. Okay, there's Botanical Plaza. Not sure what I'm supposed to get rid of here. I guess in adjudicators. Our Botanical Plaza is nice, but it's like just a little not what we want. Oh, there we go, the business. I'm just going to play Civil Servant here. Actually, you know what? I am going to offer the trade here. This is... Oh, cool. They didn't even do it. I was thinking that they would trade off and that I wouldn't want to. But yeah, I guess that isn't the case. So this thing's an unblockable 3/3? It's a 4/4 now? Did I just get comboed off on? Wow. Okay. I guess we're racing this thing somehow? Like, if they don't kill us here, which they might, then I can adjudicate it, or if the life total's low enough, I can just play this and kill them. I've never seen this combo, actually. Now I know why they didn't block, but we have to hope that they just, I don't know, play something. This is actually kind of scary. Down to 9? And they have regulator to like lock something down. Okay, well this isn't so bad. I can adjudicate. Let's see, what happens if I take to the streets? They do not lose. So I'm just going to play adjudicators here and lock down the virtuoso. And then attack with both, and then I can do this to gain a little bit of life back. It won't matter against the virtuoso. Like if that thing hits us again, we're dead. But I mean, right now we're winning. So I like that. Yeah, I think we got this actually. Maybe not. Let's see. So if I take to the streets, they block here, block. Oh no, yeah, I'm not even. I don't have this at all. Do I have another play, though? I play Civil Servant, we just lose. We're just dead on board. So I guess I just do this and hope that it works out for us. I guess I can just gain a bunch of life here. Or gain 6 life. Is that enough? 18? That actually might be, because this thing needs to get chumped. Or something needs to get chumped. So they're down to 3, and I'm up to whatever. Okay, maybe. Maybe this is enough. I don't really know. I'm at 19 after the life gain. It's a lot of life I gained that turn. Oof, they're attacking. Yeah, if they double spell here, they win. They're not killing us without help this turn. So this wasn't what they wanted. Wow. So they just play 2 things. I think they probably get us. There's 1. And there's 2. Dang, Disciplined Duelist. I was hoping we would find one of our adjudicators, because that would do it. If I draw a card off of this, I don't think there's anything that I can draw for 1 mana. So they think they're just going to squeak us out here. That's rough. puts me up to 9, but I'm taking 14. I guess we just have to hope that they attack with a shield mate. All right, GG. Very, very close. Okay, what do we got? Servant, knockout blow. Yeah, this looks good. Where was that guy last time? This has basically just been a 2-3 every time I've seen it. I don't think it does much particularly. Well, this is not nearly as bad as the last time this happened, I will say that. This is a decision point where I have to decide if I'm just going to use knockout blow to kill this thing. I think I am, actually. Like, that is, you know, a 2-for-1. It's an annoying thing. Huh. Oh, God. Why me? This is just embarrassing. But it is a 4-point life swing, and it lets me at least do something with my mana. I might be able to race this thing with Civil Servant and a bunch of counters. But my God, this is just... Like, are you serious? Yeah, I can get in there too. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is actually pretty good too. So, a little awkward because I only have one white mana source here, so I can basically cast like one thing. It's a little awkward because I kind of need to be able to get in with the Civil Servant, gain the life, but then also I want to have something to block Celebrity Fencer because it's already 8. I'm going to gain 5. I go to 15. I guess they're not really going to be able to kill me from 15. This is not a thing. All right, if that's the case, I'm going to go backup agent then. So this gains me 6 and puts them to 6. So if they want to try to go all in, then they got to get me for 16 this turn, which is very difficult. It is a shame that I couldn't double spell here, though. So they're just going to 10 me. If they do that, then I win. Yeah. Oh, they have more mana? Oh, okay, maybe not. Boom. All right. This time, since it didn't have double strike, we were able to erase it pretty cleanly. Unlike last game where double strike was the difference, but a little bit annoying here that I basically have to get planes for the Civil Servant on 2, and that's going to cut me out of turn 3 Duelist unless I get very lucky, but I think it is more important to do that because I have a backup plan. If I don't draw the mana, I can draw this. I can draw any land and play Jewel Thief. I can Adjudicators if I absolutely must. Of course, then we just snap peel, but whatever. All right, so go. And then currently I'm going to play Jewel Thief, but I will play Duelist if we get lucky and hit an island, even though we don't have that many of those. I think I'm just going to ditch the Observer here. Okay, no island this time. And this is not the thing I want it to be, so I'm just going to attack. And I'll play Jewel Thief. So Jewel Thief probably just gets me Disciplined Duelist because I can Adjudicators off of itself. There is a world where I draw a blue source here and just play the Adjudicators, but it's unlikely. Okay, I think I just Disciplined Duelist then. And play this, and then jam. It's a lot of damage. Oh yeah, you take all of it. And then I'll just say go. If I need to use Revelation of Power, I can, but yeah, my opponent's just going to scoop. I mean, I was going to use Adjudicators and be able to cast it, or just Revelation on the Disciplined Duelist, and that's just like probably lethal, so much damage. And it looks like they may have missed a land drop there, and that's why they scooped. Okay, 2-drop into Strong Arm. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the Civil Servant that we're kind of used to seeing because we have, 4 of them or whatever, but we could also draw one. But even if we don't, we're playing something here, so it all works out. All right, Adjudicators. I'm going to go with Informant then. Let's see what we hit. If it's a forest, I'll just ditch. Yeah, this I'll probably just ditch too. This thing currently trades for the backup agent, and getting a +1/+1 counter on it doesn't actually change that anyway. So yeah, it's fine. I'll just trade off here. Perfect. When this happens, they often don't get to do anything else for the turn, or yeah, they have to do something less exciting than they would have, so it actually ends up benefiting us. Okay, go ahead. So currently our only play is to play the Strong Arm, but this is an excellent target for the Strong Arm and getting even better by the minute. There's our Civil Servant. A little late to the party, Chief, but that's okay. So let's do this and put this on the Skycrier. This is what I was talking about during the deck build where, like, you know, having places to put counters and lifelink is, like, quite powerful because now my opponent's just straight up behind in the race. Like, they have to figure something out now. They kill our Skycrier, they're right back in it, but, like, I like putting the ball in my opponent's court like that and being like, here, you figure this out. Next turn, we'll see what they do, but there's a good chance that I just go Civil Servant, Civil Servant. What? Get in there, Overseer. They only attacked with backup agent. Oh, that's too good. I am not going to be attacking into the Overseer here. There is, of course, a world where we get mildly punished for this if they like play a card draw spell because they also had a pump spell or whatever. But as it stands, I'm just going to say, go ahead. Because, like, I really don't need to run into whatever nonsense they have here. Okay, there it was. It was a Swooping Protector double block that they were going to do. Which wouldn't actually have been so bad for us. Like, it would have been... I would have traded for this and a shield counter for the Crier, which is fine. But this is clearly better for us. So next turn I can go Adjudicators. Oh my god, you have two of them. Or Civil Servant plus Angelic Observer. Both seem good. Okay, I think I'm just going to chain Adjudicators here then. They have blocks that are reasonable, but nothing great. I think either line would probably be fine. Observer plus Civil Servant go, or, attack with a couple of these. And then Adjudicate and start slamming is also fine. But I kind of like pressing our advantage. I feel like we have a pretty distinct board advantage, and my opponent is on weird mana here where they're on mono white, but with one plains and a bunch of islands. And we may be able to kill them before they can deploy all these cards. Because this is a huge tempo swing for us. So I get to kill both of those. Sure. I accept that offer. Sweet. So they go down to 11. This is a big turn. They really need to come up with something here, because this Swooping Protector is doing okay work, but it's going to outlive its welcome pretty quickly here. And depending on what they do, I could make either of those two lines that I had last turn as well. I could, if they play something that's big and stabilizes, I can go back to this. Ooh, this is interesting. So now I can play Duelist plus Observer. I think I'll do that. I don't know what's going on here, but something is. But I'm just jamming now. I think it's hard to get blown out here. We could lose this transaction cards wise or something. They could leverage the Swooping Protector or Combat Trick or some, kill shot or whatever. But this scenario when we're attacking doesn't feel like one where I can come away going oh man, I forgot about that card. I wish I never would have attacked or whatever. We're just applying so much pressure to them. They have to just react to us. The one upside, okay, that's interesting, to not attacking would be they've stranded all this mana. So if it were things like combat tricks, we could really make them take a turn off. But here's this is why this was good, right? Because it was another Swooping Protector, which they would have been able to play anyway. And we needed to do something. So in this case, it's going to be knock a bunch of shield counters off of protectors. Okay. That was nice. I'm wondering if they should have done it on this just to say it. Because they're down to 5 now. It's getting kind of awkward. Wow, that is incredible. I never see this card. They've got 3 of them? Okay, this went from we're looking really good to officially this is actually going to be kind of hard to beat. We're still okay, though. I'm going to play Duelist here so I can pump up this guy kind of for free. And I'm just jamming again. They need to put 2 things on these, so... And then I'm just going to play the Servant post-combat. So double trouble there, and then do it again. They can't let these guys through. But you would... Okay, so they must have an answer for the Crier, because this is naturally lifelinking, and this one actually requires some effort, and it's on the ground. Okay, so if this goes through, they kill the Sky Crier with something, and then I wipe their entire board, and I'm left with Disciplined Duelist plus Civil Servant with Adjudicators coming, and they're going to be at some life total. That works for me. I wonder if it's just a bounce spell for the crier. It's Boon of Safety. All right, so you earned your thing back, but that just doesn't do that much here. I mean, I knock it off immediately. Oh, they did scry to the top, though, and then I get to kill the other one anyway. So they're just left with the one creature. And I get to play this, and I guess this, too. I will want to crack this Botanical Plaza at some point here. Backstreet Bruiser. All right. So we're looking in pretty good shape here. Freeze the Bruiser. And we got it. Nice. Nice. What are we Platinum tier for? I guess we'll get Mythic at some point, though we still have a ways to go. I find that's often the case relatively early in the format. Like, I don't usually turbo to Mythic straight away. Because I like to mix it up and like kind of figure out what I know. And then, yeah, I'll hit it for a while to kind of really get an understanding of the archetype. But then I do like to experiment, or if I draw, like if I open a build around card, I'll often do it. That type of thing. All right, so this is the ultra rare. I don't actually have a 2-drop hand. It is not a bad hand, but I think I'm just going to mulligan it because my deck really cares about 2-drops. Wow, this is a nice hand. I'm just going to ditch Vivian here and just do the curve out thing instead. All right, let's just do Civil Servant into Disciplined Duelist and be like, you figure it out. Oh, I see. Well, can you do this? Let's see if they have one too. Island? Island? Don't do it. Okay. And a Mage's Attendant. Oh, that's not actually very good here, funny enough. Oh, you're attacking. That is a bold attack. I am surprised to see that attack. Because that thing actually is doing okay. All right, backup agent. So we'll get rid of hideout. And let's just throw a counter on this Discipline Duelist. What say ye? Do I want to trade Civil Servant? Probably not with Take to the Streets, right? So I'll just attack here. Wow, they took it? Okay. So this could counter Take to the Streets, so I do have to remember if they have the mana up, which they do this time. Oh, wow. Can I just kill them? They have white mana, like there's nothing they can do, right? So this thing's 10 in the air? I do feel like getting them to 1 isn't the worst plan. Okay, I think I'm going to change gears a little bit here and attack with both of these. Because I think this Disciplined Duelist is just like a huge problem for my opponent. And I think they're going to want to throw a multi-block and a pump spell or something like that at it here. Because of their colors, green-white, like it's just tough to deal with this thing. So if they trade the Mage's Attendant for the Civil Servant, it's like a little bit of a bummer because of Take to the Streets, but it takes away a lot of their ability to like interact favorably. And I can just pass here. They got something. Also, if I get rid of this stupid thing, I'll actually be happy because it means a land's good for Take to the Streets again. Part of the reason for the attack is kind of because Take to the Streets isn't really on the table as long as that thing's there and they have any mana up. I mean, I'm applying a lot of pressure to my opponent, no doubt about it. Okay, I pass priority. Okay. Your move. Okay. Rakish Revelers, you got it. And then they're going to go land play Rakish Revelers. Is that the play here? No, they're going to play Backup Agent. But then what? You can't attack. Really? Okay, but I get to smash really hard back. Maybe they have a... I don't know. Pump Spell wouldn't really do much here either. Oh, they must have a fight. Oh, they must have prize fight. That's why they're looking at the thing now, right? Hold for ransom. That's pretty good. But for now, I can just attack. I don't really need to get cute here. I mean, I'm getting in for what, 9 damage? It's like they're down to 6. I'll just hold this thing for ransom. Now, if they tap out, they're dead. They play Revelers. I think they're just dead. I don't think there's a spell for white that matters. I can just get this thing in the air and kill them. Jetmir. Is there anything for double white that could matter here? No. No, there's not. Nothing has reach, right? Vigilance. That thing's not a real thing. Yeah, just kill them. All right. That was easy again. So what are we at here? Because I feel like we're just absolutely destroying with this deck. The only match or game we've lost was to that sort of cheeser double strike unblockable combo. Oh, yeah. Wow. One more win and we get the trophy. I'll take it. Let's do this. Okay, what do we have here? We have turn 2 Civil Servant and then kind of a slow one. Yeah, this one's close, I think. It needs to find lands to be like good, but it does buy itself a decent amount of time here. And we do have Vivian, which we haven't even got on the battlefield yet. The deck's just so low curve priority that we just don't need to. I didn't even keep it in my opener on the mulligan. Like, discard it to connive or whatever. Fiend's Informant. Yep. That'll work. Yes, I will actually trade here. It's a pretty easy trade for my opponent, but I want this thing to be able to start slamming. If I draw a land, etc., I want this one to be able to get through. And of course you have an Inspiring Overseer. Everybody has an Inspiring Overseer, except for little me. Ooh. I retract my previous complaint. I now drew this third best common in the set or whatever, so that'll work. Also, the treasure token could be really nice. If I hit a land drop next turn, I could definitely consider just playing Adjudicators if it clears away for some damage, which it probably will. Yeah, this is probably the best draw on the deck for us. Even better than a land when we kind of needed a land drop. Looks like we're in the mirror. Okay, backup agent on the Overseer. And you're going to attack? Okay. I like that. So I could play this thing, but is that really even very good? No. Maybe I should get it down on the battlefield. Probably should. It just sort of takes away the ability to do these other things. Like this card basically disappears. This one probably does. But I would have a 4-2 with a shield counter with hold for ransom, revelation of power, and I'm getting a decent attack here. That could definitely just be worth it. It's not a citizen though, so I guess I can just attack anyway. All right, let's do it. I can also swing a race with Revelation of Power on the shield mate. It's a huge life point swing. Okay, this observer keeps coming in. Lagrella. All right, so they're going to put the observer under Lagrella, then I assume. Though they may choose just to take one of my creatures. That's possible. Well, now I think we need to kind of settle in for a longer game because Lagrella is going to make my life very difficult. Pick something. Looks like they're going to go with backup agent and the jewel thief here. I think I'm just going to lock down Lagrella here and just attack. I mean, this is a hit for 6 if it gets through. Like, my opponent's life total is actually getting somewhat low. They do have a Sky Crier, so it's like they can fight back a bit, but you know, this could get very sketchy for them. Plus, me missing land drops means that I have to take slightly more aggressive lines, I think. Lagrella's a game changer, for sure. You're going to pass the turn back here. Okay, well, I guess I'll just play this then. They obviously have something, right? Like, they can't just be out of gas at this point with 5 mana available. It's exotic pets. All right. So what are they going to do with it, though? Double block the civil servant? That doesn't seem great. That doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. Definitely don't do it that way. What? What the? They could have just blocked with the 1/1. It knocks the shield counter off and they would have had a 2/2 fish. Definitely don't do it that way. Gonna send in the fish face too? So I don't actually have a creature with a counter on it for Revelation. I mean, it still does +2/+2, so that could matter, but... Okay, they're going to free up the Lagrella post. Yeah, that was just weird. Okay, so now we're getting some lands, though. So I guess I just play Angelic Observer here. Would I trade off a Civil Servant for a fish? I guess not. I guess I'll just tap with the Shield Mate. They're going to block with Lagrella. Get this back, put a counter on that, have a 3/3, but I get a 3/3 and a treasure. So this is like we're talking Vivian next turn territory now. And I have a 3/3 flyer to block the Skycrier. I don't think I care about Inspiring Overseer. Oh, they didn't put it on the Crier as a result? Okay, yeah, so instead they put it on the fish, which makes sense. So what can this thing do? I can draw a bunch of cards, or I can make some 4/4 rhinos if the game's remotely stable. Okay, so should I block the Inspiring Overseer here? I don't think so. I think I might be able to steal this thing. Echo Inspector is nice. Okay, so they're going to win in the air with flyers is kind of the game plan here for them. And it looks good. Think I want to go Spar's Adjudicators, lock up the Inspector, attack with everything, give one of these lifelink, go to 11, make them block. They have to block some stuff. So something's going to trade off or whatever. And then I'm at 11. I mean, how much damage am I taking? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But that's if they don't block with anything, which they have to do. So, all right. So worst cases are trades here. They could eat a civil servant, but then that means that the other civil servant lives unless it trades for 2 creatures. Okay, so I go to 11, you go to 3, and I pass back. And you can get me for 10 here. But that's not 11. Really close game. You got yourself a fishy. Don't know if we're going to scrape this one out, but we're definitely going to try. Okay. So they're going to try to kill us over 2 turns. I don't think we have the luxury of figuring out what they have in their hand. Okay, well, I guess we figured it out anyway. And we drew a land, so a little too many of those, but we have Rafine's Informant. Vivian just doesn't do anything that we want here, so This is awkward, but I'm going to play Raffine's Informant. And let's see what we get here. Get a Plains. I think I have to discard Vivian even with the 2 Plains, which is very awkward. But I need a creature with a counter on it, because if we don't win this turn, which it looks like we're not going to win this turn, then I need to be able to jump Raffine's Informant and block like Obscura Initiate and then pump it with this so that we don't die. Kind of crazy, but I think that's where we're at. So if that's the case, I guess I only attack with this. How crazy is it going to look to my opponent that I just played a Plains after discarding Vivian? Oh, God, this is just a wild game. So I think they're just going to jam here, probably. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. That is a non-lethal attack. There's a lethal attack. Sort of. I'm really putting a lot of thought into this. I think a lot of people would just jam, just attack with everything, see what happens. But our opponent's a little more thoughtful. So, should I jump the Raffine's Informant to eat the Obscura Initiate and then just trade here? Probably. Because I don't think I can actually get my opponent dead next turn. Because I do have the option to just block the Obscura Initiate with the Angelic Observer and be like, your move. I take 5, I go to 1, they gain 3, I'm assuming go to 7. They have 2 blockers plus an unknown card. I could probably find a win with Revelation of Power there, but yeah, I think I'm just going to be a little defensive. I am ahead on board next turn, at least theoretically. So let's block here and here. They give that lifelink. My guy has lifelink, so I go up to 9 and get to keep my guy. Oh, we need a top deck, but it could be something sweet. Wow, they drew something nice. And then they can put the Raffine's whatever on it. Yeah, that probably does it in their favor unless we draw Overrun. Something like that. Oh, put it on the other guy. All right, we drew a land. Guess I'm not dead. So I'll just pass. Not technically dead, as we say in the business. Okay, only hit for 2. I guess I'm still alive for one more turn. They probably wish they put this thing on the fish. Kind of funny. Come on, something. That sucks. I guess, can I live? Whatever. I might have been able to live if I gained 3 here, right? Just throw away the Civil Servant. Maybe I wouldn't even be able to live. I go to 8, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess I would have. Maybe I get one more draw step if I do that. I mean, can I win if that's the case? I don't know. But good game. Just a little bit on the run out of gas side there at the end. Okay, well, it's never easy, right? So we've got to we got to win this last one to get the trophy. I like our chances. Okay, what do we got? Civic Gardener, Shield Mate, Hold for Ransom, Backup Agent, and then Vivian once again just sort of appearing at the wrong time. But I think this is a hand that I can keep. Broker's Hideout. How original. Oof, that was one of our worst draws. Okay. Scheming Fence, don't care. Play Gardener, I guess. And then I'll play Backup Agent. But we've drawn a 4-drop and a 5-drop, and we need to either draw 2s or land, so this is not a good start. It's actually really bad. I would say at this point we're not a favorite, just because we're never going to be able to cast all these cards under normal circumstances. So the question becomes, can we hit lands? Quick draw dagger just for the damage? Damn, that's aggressive. Okay, that's a start though. Okay, yeah, I'll play this. Could double block the Scheming Fence here. I think I actually will. Funny enough. Sure. I do not want that card. Okay, there goes our whole turn, though. So we're back in business. And I'm just going to hold this thing for ransom now. That seems fine to me. So now we need to hit another land. One more land and we're kind of back in business here. If we miss on lands, and if we draw an expensive card, we're not in a good spot. But so they can actually return our thing to get in for 3, or just return their Scheming Fence and just free it up. That's what they're going to do. And we missed. All right, well, Backup Agent is fine here, I guess. Actually, is it? Yeah, it's not that good here. Come on, deck. Yep. Land. Thank you. And it's even the good color, too. Okay. I guess I just need to play this Fencer. I'll play the Fencer. I don't think I can afford to sit on it here. Maybe I can. If they only attack with the Pickpocket, am I trading for it? I guess I am, because I need to get 2 creatures down to get it big enough to not. I don't know. Let's see what they do. I'm at 14. I've got some life total to play with here. If I get lucky and draw a land, I can just play Kaldaya Strongarm, just put it onto the battlefield. And then this thing gets a counter, and I can pump up something else, too. I don't know. Angelic Observer's fine here, too. Shieldmate's actually medium, but okay. Not the worst, not the worst. Yeah, I think I probably should try to keep this Fencer around for a turn. Because it then outclasses both the Fence and the Virtuoso. It doesn't outclass the Pickpocket right away, but like, so right? Okay, well, never mind. All that talk goes out the door. Grifter, sure. All right, I did hit the land, though, so that's good. So do I want to play Observer or Strong Arm? I think I just need to play the Strong Arm and get a bunch of power and toughness on the battlefield. So I'm going to do that. I guess I just want this. Meanwhile, the Fencer will grow. And if that's the case, I can eventually free it up, and then it'll be like a, 10-powered creature or something stupid. Also, Vivian next turn into just a minus would be quite good. I can also sacrifice the Celebrity Fencer to just get rid of it and get a 5-drop. I don't know if I have another one. Oh, I do. I have all the 4/4s. So that would be a good play too. And it would put Vivian on 6. That's, of course, assuming I draw an untapped land. But if not, I can play the Observer. Okay. This is a precarious situation, no doubt about it. But my opponent was on 1 card, drew up to 2 this turn. They do have Grifter, but that's pretty slow. Backup Agent. Okay. I think I can just trade here. This Strong Arm's not getting any better, so I'll just trade. Land. Yes. Play Vivian. So should I sacrifice the Fencer and go get Lockdown 4/4, or should I just make a 4/4 and plan on freeing up the Fencer at some point? I think I'm going to sacrifice the Fencer. I am quite creature heavy here too, so there's a chance that I can minus the Vivian for the middle, or +1, for mill 5 cards and putting a number of them. What just happened? Oh, it phased it out or whatever? Okay, sure. I can just chump block. Ooh, they're going for it here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to minus Vivian, assuming that she's still alive here. Which she should be. I'm going to have to chump block with the backup agent on the Illuminator, though. But if I minus, especially if I find a land, if I minus mill 5, and I could get a couple of creatures out of the deal, I could really just start to take over here. And I don't mean minus, I mean plus, right? Yeah, +1. Wow, double connive? Just to see if they could get a counter. That's funny. Attacking me, so that's a lethal attack, but I will just block here. Take to the streets. Not really what I want to see here. So let's +1 and see if we can draw a bunch of cards. Wow. Oh, I did draw 1. Oh, I draw 2. Okay. Probably my 2 best cards, too. All right, let's just adjudicate here. And once again, we'll lock this thing up. This doesn't have vigilance, no attacks. I'm on 18 cards, so I have plenty of fodder here as well. This is a little awkward because it just takes up all of our colored mana, we have 3 green mana left over after that, but so I'll probably just play this. 3/1 flyer. Okay. So should I make a 4/4 here and just play this? I think so. What else could I do? I could play Civil Servant and sacrifice it. Just sucks because I just can't do 2 of really anything here. So I think I want to play Civil Servant. No, I do. I just want to play this. All right, so Civil Servant. Oh, dang it. I can't do both. What am I doing? Stupid. Start making some rhinos, I guess. I wanted to play this so it could block the Metropolis Angel, but I screwed it up. I just keep forgetting that I only have 1 plains in play. The reason I wanted to do this is because this makes the Angelic Observer cheaper, and I can maybe get a Take to the Streets attack in and then like pump the Civil Servant too. That's a huge swing back in our favor. Because this thing will have 5 power or 5 tough. It'll end up with 6 actually, but. But I wanted to protect Vivian with the Angelic Observer. That was kind of my idea. And I would have preferred to make that play than get the Servant down, but screwed it up. Okay, this is coming at me. So is this. So they're just going to ignore Vivian here. All right. Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered because I would have blocked here anyway. Oh, that's a tough way to go out. That sucks. This deck was obviously awesome, though. 6 wins. Yeah. I mean, this was a 7-win deck, I think. Like, I just think the curve was there. We had enough power. And by the way, that kind of shows how powerful Brokers is, because this deck wasn't, like, I didn't have any Ligrellas. I had a couple of decent cards. Vivian was okay. My best card was probably the 3-drop. But, nothing like super insane. And a lot of commons, and it was still, I think, a 7-win deck. Maybe 6 is acceptable, but at any rate, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you want to support this type of stuff, the Patreon is where you can go, patreon.com/limited resources. And thanks again. We'll see you next time.